Yeah, incredible chemistry. Toe hold on the elbow and the back of the neck.
Have you ever seen a human being tossed like that?
Boom! He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. From the top. Diving elbow drop. Are you kidding me?
Takes another trip to the skies, and it pays off once again.
Oof! Kick finds him. His shoulders are down. And a shoulder in the air.
Channeling his energy to stay in this matchup.
Ooh, stinging kick.
Ooh, rocked him with that kick.
In control here with a swinging neck breaker.
Textbook. He's got it.
Oh, let's get it on.
Axe handle from the middle rope.
Vicious right forearm. Whoa, drop kick all the way to the outside.
He is revving up the engine. He's not going to let anything stop him.
Down with a suplex. He's looking a little off balance. Okay, already, we get it. Stop looking for adulation from the crowd and get back into the fight. Quick thinking by The Rock. What's he open to find down there?
And he's going with the great equalizer here, the steel chair. Good night.
Off the barricade.
That's going to cost them the match.
The following contest is a tag team steel cage match. And at a combined weight of 630 pounds, Kevin Nash and Hollywood Hogan, the NWO!
The moment this match was announced, the WWE Universe has expected a classic. I think it is destined to deliver. An absolute legend in my estimation, the greatest WWE superstar of all time.
And their opponents first, from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena!
Without a doubt, one of the greatest competitors in WrestleMania history.
There's a reason he earned the name Big Match John. Second competitor to ever reach double-digit wins at the Showcase of the Immortals.
In fact, many would say one of the biggest wins in Cena's WrestleMania career is when he defeated The Rock at WrestleMania 29 for the WWE Championship.
He has won Royal Rumbles, Elimination Chambers, Money in the Bank matches, and the most WWE title reigns.
He's also won the hearts and minds of the WWE Universe.
As fickle as the audience can be at times, they know true greatness when they see it.
We are witnessing greatness.
And that bodes well for his chances here tonight.
Listen, this is pure electricity.
I feel like the entire arena is shaking right now.
It's all thanks to the unmatched power of the Brahma Bull.
And from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock!
Third-generation star who is born for WrestleMania.
Now think about this, The Rock main evented WrestleMania 15 at the age of 26.
Yeah, but from the moment he stepped foot in WWE, WrestleMania was The Rock's destiny.
When you think about The Rock, you think about all the memories, all the...
It sure looks painful to be thrown against the steel mesh. What does it feel like, Corey?
It feels like the cage is a cheese grater going down your body. The steel mesh is just raking at your flesh.
There's no doubt that the steel cage can become a torture chamber. That's why you see some superstars trying to get over the top as soon as they can. Not so easy when your opponent is nipping at your heels like a rabid dog, though.
Face first with a waistlock takedown.
How can a superstar use the cage to their advantage?
It's as much a weapon as it is an enclosure. Pinfall, submission, escaping the cage, it's all much easier when you're using the unforgiving steel to keep the opposition down. Into the turnbuckle.
Caught him right in the jaw. Ugh, what a shot. Boom, what a punch. Stomping down. And would you look at that? He could be well on his way to escaping the steel cage.
The longer he's up there, the more fear starts to seep into the mind.
In the face.
Caught square by the haymaker.
Cena dodges out of that.
Just like that, Cena gets intercepted. Oh, that can rock you.
The sound of this crowd is deafening, and he's asking for more. Is this the right time? Is this the right moment? Uh-oh. Look at this. He just tossed the leg.
Some serious damage to the arm being inflicted here.
He's working toward making his escape. He can almost taste the win in this cage match.
This is the moment for him. This is how winners are made.
He's lost some of his win now. Boom, what a forearm.
Good Golly, Miss Molly. Look at him totally vibing with the WWE Universe right now. Ooh, sharp kick. Look at this. He just tossed the leg. What the leg? Getting tossed. Hogan getting out of harm's way.
Kick to the stomach.
He got whipped into that corner. Punch right to the face.
Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
Forearm to the kidneys. John Cena with a rough blow there.
Let him have this moment. He's earned it.
Stop gloating and put your attention back to the match.
Ooh, stiff punch. Big punch finds its mark. He connected right on the jaw.
He's doing a whole lot of gesturing, and it could cost him. He's absorbing some tough hits now.
Honestly, considering this is a cage match, I'm surprised it took this long for the damage to pile up.
Nice counter by Cena. And setting him up. Oh, a knee to the face.
That's going to hurt. Strong kick. My goodness. Suplex delivered.
And Hogan falling victim to a slew of offense.
And I think Cena's got more in store, too.
Oh, perfect kick.
Hogan out of the way in time.
He's got him scouted.
Hogan managing to get some control back now.
Good chance for him to regain his wits.
He is revving up the engine. He's not going to let anything stop him.
And nobody's there.
Cena stays off the attack. Just muscling up their opponent into the
Gut-wrench suplex. And his core has been taking a beating.
And you have to wonder if that's affecting his breathing. Bruising attack to the stomach.
Bang! Ooh, what a move.
Oh, what a hip toss.
And now he's starting to make his way up the cage. Okay, already, we get it. Stop looking for adulation for the crowd and get back into the fight.
Lights out. DDT connects.
Talk about dismantling your opponent.
Just like that, Cena gets intercepted.
Ooh, that's how you dominate your opponent.
And here we go. He's headed up the cage.
Needs to be careful, though. Every movement is a dangerous one.
He is a sight to behold. Take a picture while you can, everyone.
He's all the way to the top of the cage. Not many options for him.
Oh, man, you can see he is feeling it now.
And victory looking more and more likely for him now in this steel cage match.
Looks like he's having trouble getting that other leg over.
Look at him. Pride and poise personified.
And here he is.
There's the bell, and he survives this brutal cage match.
Here are your winners, Hollywood Hogan and Kevin Nash, the NWO.
Broken, beaten, and scarred. But there is your winner.
And that's about as conclusive a win as you can get in the cage.
That was a great example of what a tag team can do when it's firing on all cylinders.
The cage door has been locked behind these competitors, and standing in each other's way from escape, we see Kevin Nash. and Hollywood Hogan. And across the ring we see John Cena and The Rock.
I tell you, if a score can't be settled between these superstars in a cage match, I don't know what it'll take.
A lot of turmoil being held captive by the walls of the cage. And you're right, Saxton. If this environment isn't enough to end this conflict, then nothing will.
Unceremoniously set right back down to the canvas.
Oh, that could not have felt good. Heading up and maybe heading out.
Producing a trampling. Boom, what a kick. He's turning the tables.
In search of some footing to make this huge climb.
It might go without saying, but you really need to use the steel cage to your advantage in a match like this. It's just that simple.
It is as simple as this. If you don't use the cage as a weapon, whoever is in there with you surely will. He's nearly there. Just a few more sure-footed steps, and he's victorious.
Fought so hard to be in this position, but he's only halfway to victory.
Making the climb up the cage. Here he goes.
Oh my gosh, what impact!
And now he's looking to advance up the cage wall.
The sprint up the cage is on. Oh! Took a gamble once, took a gamble again, and hit the jackpot twice.
Wasting absolutely no respect on his opponent. You gotta love it.
And victory looking more and more likely for him now in this steel cage match.
And now the climb down could be more petrifying than the climb up.
He's getting a little battered now.
He's a tough guy. He can handle the intensity of this steel cage match.
Gut kick.
Nothing fancy there.
Oh, right to the gut.
Oh, that'll wake you up.
Oh, what a wind-up. He's determined to make it to the top of the cage here, guys.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now. Better be quick about it. Not much time to get over.
Trying to make their way out of the cage.
And that holds Hogan back. Oh, my!
From the ground up.
What a suplex. And Cena now is dominating.
Cena's having his way. Hogan's able to avoid that.
Oh, an eye rake.
That's not right, but effective.
Oh, the reversal by Cena.
Kick to the gut. He's been placed in the corner now. Caught him right in the jaw.
Oh, what a shot.
And look here, he's making his way up the cage.
The sound of this crowd is deafening, and he's asking for more.
Punch lands.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Alley-oop. He's doing a whole lot of gesturing, and it could cost him.
Treating the torso to yet another attack.
Sure, he's popping himself up, but he's also giving his opponent a chance to recover. This isn't the smartest thing to do, antagonizing your opponent instead of attacking him.
Oh, that might have just broken something.
He's trying to intimidate his opponent one more time, but he's got to strike soon. Oh, strong impact. Stop gloating and put your attention back to the match. This isn't the smartest thing to do, antagonizing your opponent instead of attacking him. He's making haste, climbing up the cage wall.
Gotta wonder if the stamina is there to make it all the way. The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
It is expected to be a brutal steel cage match here with Kevin Nash and Hollywood Hogan. Then the opposing team is, of course, filled with Cena and The Rock.
Now these these superstars realizing exactly what they've gotten themselves into. The steel cage leaves you with nowhere to run away from conflict. Only choice is to face your competition head on.
He foiled that attempt. He's making his way up the side of the cage.
Big overhand.
Oh, that can rock you.
Oh, man.
So much can happen in the confines of the steel cage. Byron, what is a sound strategy in this one?
Focus on a body part like a leg. If damaged, your opponent will have difficulty standing, climbing over the cage, or even walking through the cage door.
Wow, it sounds a bit cruel coming from you, Saxton, but I agree. Don't forget, you can win in the ring, too, and a damaged leg can lead to an easier pinfall or submission.
Looking for a grip to get themselves over the cage.
Oh, God. He's taking some good hits.
He needs to adapt if he wants to steal the win in that steel cage. Uh-oh.
Making the big climb towards victory. Oh, man. Trying to escape the cage.
Boom, what impact.
Pulls the leg. Oh, no.
Crash landing.
And a hellacious fall from the cage.
That's a tough break at this point in the match.
And every inch climbed puts you in a more perilous position.
Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
These two showing how well scouted they each are.
And would you look at that? He could be well on his way to escaping the steel cage.
Oh, it's not safe being up there.
Ah, and a DDT by the Rock.
He swings that second leg over the top of the cage. It won't be long now. Making the long climb down to the winner's circle. Can he finish the job? Yes.
The Rock with a great counter. And Hogan gets stonewalled.
Caught square by the haymaker.
Oof. Lands the haymaker.
Strong right forearm.
Turned that one around. Snap there.
Oh, targeting the stomach. Overhand connects. Big boot.
Here he goes, working his way up the side of the cage.
Getting ever so close to the very peak of the steel cage.
Boom. There he is, at the top of the cage. Still with a long way to go. And as he continues to climb the side of the cage, you have to think his confidence is starting to build.
He doesn't want to spend too much time up there.
And he begins his ascent up the cage wall.
And the electricity of this moment is coursing through his... veins. Takes incredible guts to make this climb.
He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be second best.
At the top, but he still has a way to go to end this. Here he goes, moving up the cage wall. He's working toward making his escape. He can almost taste the win in this cage match.
All he has to do is drop down to the floor, and his hand will be raised. Just remember, the match doesn't end until your feet hit the floor.
Take a good look at a real-life Titan, folks.
And he did it! Big win inside the cage.
Here are your winners, John Cena and the...
We all know the only way to win this steel cage match is by submission, pinfall, or by escaping over the top or through the cage door and planting 2 feet on the ground. And with these superstars, it's impossible to say which way it'll end.
Well, that's why the WWE Universe loves a steel cage match. So many ways it can end. I've seen superstars use a steel door as a weapon, get their face slammed into the steel mesh, and get knocked down from the top. Time will tell here.
Yeah, I'm always interested to see a superstar's approach. Are they going to play defense and knock their opponent off the walls? Or are they going to attack and try to scramble out of the ring themselves? There are so many options on the table.
There may be a lot of options, but when you're locked in a steel cage with a superstar looking to take your head off, none of them are good. Corey, what can be the factor here tonight?
Being able to withstand the impact of the cage. No matter who you are, you're going to get thrown into it or run head first into it.
Yeah, it's not if you will get launched in the cage, but when. The way a superstar responds to that can be the difference between survival and peril.
John Cena.
Just a good old toss for the leg.
He's feeling the effects of that last hit.
Enough already.
Oh, Nash gets cut off. Tough position to be caught in here. Caught him right in the jaw.
What a shot.
Oh, stomping away. Back elbow. And he begins his ascent up the cage wall.
It's going to take a lot of willpower to make it all the way to the top.
Trying to make their way out of the cage. Oh, no.
Face first.
Ripped from the top rope.
And he's thrown from the cage down to the mat.
Oh, I did not like the look of that impact. Feels like it's opportune time to get out of here.
All the way out. Suplex. He's making his way up the side of the cage.
In search of some footing to make this huge climb.
He's made it to the top, but can he finish? Oh, gets cracked by the overhand.
Vicious right forearm.
Haymaker connects.
Ooh. Hoisted up.
Uh-oh, face first. Feels like it's opportune time to get out of here.
Nobody home. Oh, kick connects. And he's finally up to the top of the cage. And would you look at that? He could be well on his way to escaping the steel cage.
He just has to swing that leg over. Oh, man. Almost made it to the top without a care in the world.
No, I can imagine they care about a few things right now, Saxton.
And as he continues to climb the side of the cage, you have to think his confidence is starting to build.
All he has to do is drop down to the floor, and his hand will be raised.
And victory looking more and more likely for him now in this steel cage match.
This is the moment for him. This is how winners are made.
And crashing a long way down.
Oh, no. He comes off the cage and lands right back in the ring.
Yeah, he's going to have to try something else now.
He's doing a whole lot of gesturing, and it could cost him. Ooh, stiff headbutt. He's determined to make it to the top of the cage here, guys.
Heading up and maybe heading out.
He's nearly there. Just a few more sure-footed steps, and he's victorious.
The longer he's up there, the more fear starts to seep into the mind.
Uh-oh.
Look at this. He just tossed the leg. Just got to make it back down to the ground.
Often easier said than done.
Face first with a waistlock takedown.
And setting him up to knee to the face.
That's going to hurt.
And here we go. He's headed up the cage.
Takes incredible guts to make this climb. Look at him totally vibing with the WWE Universe right now.
And now he has finally been able to reach the top of the cage. And victory looking more and more likely for him now in this steel cage match.
Fought so hard to be in this position, but he's only halfway to victory.
He's nearly there. Just a few more sure-footed steps, and he's victorious.
He just has to swing that leg over.
He's gonna do it. He's climbing down from the top of the cage. Slowly savoring the victory moment. Win within his grasp. Feet at the floor. He wins the match.
Oh. The sprint up the cage is on.
Contact made on the side of the cage and all that distance. Battling on the top.
Oh, bad landing.
Oh, down he goes.
A fall like that could end his night. And every inch climb puts you in a more perilous position.
He's looking down on the cage from the top. He's working toward making his escape. He can almost taste the win in this cage match.
Looks like he's having trouble getting that other leg over.
Hesitating now could cost you everything.
Oh.
And he did it! Big win inside the cage.
Here are your winners, John Cena and The Rock.
I don't think anybody will question the toughness on display here tonight.